What are the best ways to sell silver? Hey, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. Because silver spot price is so high, I've been getting more questions such as this one. I've been sitting on a roll of 2018 Australian Dragon and Tiger coins. I have zero social media exposure. Any advice on how to capitalize on these coins? I will actually walk you through 7 ways in which I think you could sell your silver coins and get the most money out of them. And if you stick around, I have a bonus method in which I think you can maximize your profits. Those of you that are familiar with my YouTube channel know that I have experience selling silver and gold coins. I've been selling silver and gold for over the last year on my YouTube channel on my Tuesday night auctions. I have been selling silver and gold prior to even being on YouTube. I have a small business in which I am constantly buying and selling, whether it be through the YouTube community, on Instagram, at local coin shops, or what have you. I have conducted thousands of transactions, so I do have an idea as to how to buy and sell precious metals. Now, that being said, because of the spot prices and where they are today, I have been getting a lot of people asking me how can they sell their higher premium stuff, such as the coins that you're seeing here before you, right? I've been getting more and more of these questions lately because people are not only looking to buy silver and gold, but they're also looking to sell some of their precious metals right now and to take their profits while they can. I am going to go through the 7 different ways in which I think you can sell your precious metals, and I'm going to rank them from the worst to the best. So being that the majority of people watching this YouTube video right now are not necessarily established or don't have a large YouTube following, I'm going to take YouTube off of this list. Now, it is my opinion that YouTube is the very best way to sell your precious metals, believe it or not. It's worked tremendously well for me, as it has worked for a lot of my friends within the stacking community. But being that the majority of people that are watching these videos are not YouTubers and they do not create content, I'm going to actually take YouTube out of the mix. So, having said that, I'm going to start with number 7, okay? The 7th, I guess you want to say the least or last place you're going to want to sell your silver and gold is to an online dealer. It is my opinion that the online dealers are not going to offer you the best prices that you can get. The other thing too that you have to remember is when you are sending your precious metals, it is you who is responsible for the silver and gold. Now, mind you, I have never sent any silver or gold to the online dealers. I've never had to deal with it, but it is just from what I've heard, read, and have seen that selling your precious metals to the online dealers is probably the last resort. You're probably not going to want to do that. The number six, okay, coming in at number 6, I would say is a pawn shop or a we buy gold type of place. Now, I have bought and sold precious metals at these establishments. I do not have anything against them, but I do think that they are going to offer you the least amount of money for your silver and gold when you go to sell, because they have to hold on to this stuff for quite a long period of time. And if they're not just sending it to a refiner, they're going to be sitting on it waiting to sell it to the next person that walks in. So I believe that the pawn shops or the we buy gold type places are not going to offer you the best prices that you could possibly get. Now, the 5th place that I would say that you should sell your precious metals would be on eBay. Yeah, you know, people do use eBay because it is convenient and you can basically put your precious metals on there, allow the auction to commence, and the person that bids the most is going to pay for that item. Now, I have heard horror stories of the actual seller sending the items off and then the eBay buyer claiming that they never received it, or basically scams. I've heard that this has happened to quite a few people. The other issue that you're going to run into when you're selling on eBay is that you're going to have to pay fees. I think it's somewhere upwards of around 10-15%. You also pay fees for PayPal. So I actually do not sell my precious metals on eBay. The other thing too is that you have to keep in mind that when you are adding listings to eBay, that takes time. So it takes time for eBay and you have to package it all up. It's a pain in the butt. And again, those fees are going to eat into your overall profits. So I would say that that is the next place that you should kind of go to as a kind of like a last resort, right? So online dealers being seventh, the pawn shops or the We Buy Gold places being sixth, and the eBay platform as the fifth place. Now, it is my opinion that coming in at number 4 would be a Let's Go app or a Craigslist type of platform. I do know that people use Let Go, Craigslist, even Facebook as their means for selling their silver and gold. Now, the nice thing about that is that you can, you can negotiate with the buyer, but you have to still deal with meeting them. Hopefully, it's in a public spot where you are going to be safe. And the other thing too is that sometimes on the buying end, they would probably have a lot of questions whether or not your silver is legit. Sometimes you have to spend time for them if they have like a Sigma verifier machine for them to test out the metals or magnets or what have you. So I do think that the Let Go, Craigslist, and Facebook platforms are beneficial. I don't think that they are bad by any means. I know that some people have gotten some really good deals off of those apps and platforms, but I think for myself, personally speaking, I would put that at number 4. Again, the nice thing about it though is the in-person to person transaction, you're not going to have to worry about paying fees to a middleman, kind of like an eBay or a PayPal. Now, coming in at number 3, I would say would be Instagram. Instagram has been relatively hot for sellers and buyers. You can find some really good deals on there if you're on the buying end, and if you're on the selling end. The one thing that you have to keep in mind is that there is competition on there. There are people that do this for their full-time employment, that they're just buying and selling precious metals on Instagram. So the one thing that you're going to run into is their volume discounting, right? You may only have a few of these, coins, and you have to sell them at a certain amount to make your money. Whereas somebody that is doing this for a living and they have tremendous holdings in some of these coins. Sometimes they'll buy, 50, 60, 100 of these coins so that they get the volume discounting, and then they sell these over time. So they can afford to sell them at a lower price than you can. So you're going to want to keep that in mind. The other thing too, though, that is nice about Instagram is that by selling, you can increase your following on there, and you do get to negotiate with the buyer. So you do have that ability. You're also cutting out eBay, but sometimes if you're buying through, let's say, or selling through PayPal, depending on how you're going to conduct your business, PayPal has rules against doing friends and family transactions if you are in fact selling a goods or service. So for me, I'm always doing goods and services, and I am actually always paying that 3% fee on my sales. But if you're doing a small transaction here or there, you could probably get away with doing a friends and family transaction. You just got to know that you are risking getting flagged or having them lock up your account. But I would say that Instagram would probably be the third best spot to sell your silver or gold. Coming in at number 2, in my opinion, would be the local coin shop. Now, for me, I say the local coin shop because I have a very good rapport with mine. I have a great relationship with Steve at US Coin Trust. He and I have done a lot of business with each other over the last year and a half. So because I have a great relationship with my local coin shop, I think it's one of the better places to sell my silver and gold. Some of you also within the community have done a lot of transactions with your local coin shop, and you'll probably agree that that is one of the better spots for you to sell your silver and gold. Sometimes they'll offer you a little bit above spot because they have to mark up stuff on their end and make some money. But for me, the ease of selling and being a very quick transaction, that's why I like the local coin shop. The thing with Instagram, and people are going to debate, well, no, Instagram is a little bit better. Here's the thing. If you want to sell coins in a hurry, or you want to get cash quickly. For me anyway, I could just go to my local coin shop, bring tubes of Eagles and just be like, here you go, Steve. He'll give me the money and I'm done. Whereas if you're on Instagram, you're doing one-offs, two-offs, and it's going to take you longer. You're going to have to package it all up and it's a pain in the butt. So for me, just because of the speed in which I can conduct business and the speed in which I can get that money back into my hands, that's why I choose the local coin shop as being the number 2 spot to sell my silver and gold. Now, the number 1 place that I like to sell my silver and gold is the stacking community. All of you who are watching this video, that is my number 1 place to sell. What do I mean by that? Well, you don't necessarily need to have a YouTube platform that I have to sell your silver and gold. Actually, you could just start a channel if you just network with people within the community, you get to know people, and you will be able to sell your silver and gold to individuals within the stacking community. That doesn't mean that you need to create content. You can just be in live chats, comment on people's posts, get to know people through live streams, and you really do start to forge relationships that way. And it kind of translates over to Instagram as well. I kind of look at YouTube and Instagram kind of being a cohesive unit in which the stacking community resides. You do have people that stick primarily within Instagram and people that stick primarily within YouTube, but I find that if you do a 2-pronged approach and you kind of use both of those platforms together, you could probably do the best job selling that way. So in my opinion, the stacking community is the best way to sell your silver. I have done it many, many times. That is primarily my main outlet in which I sell. I've sold to the stacking community in person. I've sold via YouTube. I've sold to the stacking community through my website, through Instagram. The stacking community and building a network is the key way to do it. The bonus way to sell your silver, or avenue that you want to sell your silver, is with your friends within the stacking community. So yeah, you'll have your acquaintances within the stacking community that you'll get to know, but sometimes or eventually you will develop a very close-knit circle. I have a very close-knit group on Instagram. It's about 8 or 10 of us that are in this group chat, of which I am constantly in touch with these individuals, and I'm always buying and selling with them constantly. And so I think it is extremely crucial for you to have a network within the stacking community who you could trust. And I'm telling you right now, speaking from experience, that is going to be the best way for you to sell your silver, is building a very close circle of friends within the stacking community. So let's just review this again, okay? Number 7 would be an online dealer. Number 6 would be a pawn shop or a We Buy Gold place. 5 would be eBay due to the fees. Number 4 would be a Letgo or Craigslist or Facebook. Number 3 would be Instagram. Number 2 would be your local coin shop. Number 1 would be within the stacking community and acquaintances and some friends within the stacking community. And then the bonus way, the best way, in my opinion, is through a very tight-knit, close-knit group of friends who you've developed a close bond with within the stacking community. That is my opinion, to do it with friends like that. So you'll get your best bang for your buck, both by selling and buying in that manner. Let me know what is the way that you guys watching this video prefer to sell your silver. I know some of you are going to say, I'm not selling any of my silver by any means, but those of you that are selling, what is the best way that you sell your silver, and how have you maximized your profits? Let us know in the comments below. And I just want to quickly thank these elite channel supporters, and if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Check out these videos. Until next time, long live the Empire.